Here starting the Western Uplands Trail in Algonquin Park. This trip will be, should be 5 nights to do all 3 loops. This is going to likely be I think it's the 4th time I've done this trail, but I've never done it in any other time except October. So it's interesting that the trees still all have leaves on them and it's green. This is the first of many creeks on this trail. One thing for sure is that I won't have to worry about water sources on this trail very much. Even if the water's low, there's a lot of water. So I've got that going for me this time. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, so far I've met a few people on the trail. There's a couple hiking in, and then there was a couple of people hiking out. One thing I have to say, you know, I totally love people who are new at backpacking, because we were all there. Their gear may be heavy, they may have too much stuff, but they're excited, you know. The trail might be mucky. It's the end of August, but this is actually the driest I've ever seen this trail. Normally, when I've come in October, after all these September rains, it is very, very wet. So the muck isn't too bad. I'm going to Site 5 on Maggie East. I've never actually been to Maggie East. I've always had bookings on Maggie West, so this is a new little stretch of trail. I think it's about 1 kilometer or so until my site. It is 5 o'clock. I think I started around 12 or 12:30, not sure. It's been warm today, but at least with all the tree cover, I've been a bit shaded and I've been able to hydrate a lot. There's lots of water. So I took lots of breaks just to keep my legs fresh. It's day 1. You don't want to burn out on your first day. And we're almost there. Well, I'm at Site 5 at Maggie Lake. There's lots of people on the other side of the lake. You can hear them. And when I got to my site, there was 2 young men just about to set up. I guess they were looking for an emergency site. Somebody, their foot wasn't doing so hot. So they moved to the Site 4 right next to me. I felt like a bit of a jerk, but they were asking about my booking before telling me the story about an emergency stop anyway. It's interesting being here. It's late August. I've only hiked this trail before in October, towards the end of October. And the last time I hiked this trail, it was the first snowfall of the year. So on my drive here, it started snowing, And then until I got to Maggie West, I was at campsite 10 last time. I didn't get there until probably about 7:30 at night. It was almost dark because it was the fall, but it was the trail was very icy and full of snow. It melted the next day, but it made the first leg of the trail quite slippery. So this was a nice change. Mosquitoes are out, not too bad. It was, I think, around 26, 27 degrees today. So it was tolerable. Lots of water. And I'm going to go to bed early. Tomorrow I'm headed to Clara Lake, which is one of my favorite sites in Algonquin Park. And looking forward to just relaxing, listening to the loons, and going to sleep. So I'm making my way to Clara Lake, Site 1. It's one of my favorite sites in the park. Not a high kilometer day, just found some ghost pipe. It's always so pretty. It's actually not a mushroom, it's considered a flower. And it has pain-killing properties. It's not considered edible, but you can make a tincture or eat some of it sparingly, I guess, for painkiller. Never tried it, but there you go. We came from Maggie East at the junction yesterday. If we would have gone around, we would have come out over here. Wobbly! I've seen these things almost floating, the water was so high. At the junction for the second loop. So at the second loop, the trail markers are going to change to yellow from blue. The first loop is blue, the second loop is yellow, and the third loop is red. We are here. Came from the 5th site at Maggie Lake. Stop here. Not bad hiking at all today. We're hiking up here to Clara Lake. This is Beans Boulder. It's a glacial erratic boulder that was moved during the Ice Age. There's even trees growing off the top and moss. just another really cool thing. Well, I'm at Beans Boulder. Gonna have myself a little snack for lunch. And only have, I think it's about 3 or 4K until I hit Clara Lake. Much easier when it's not as mucky. Lots of people on the trail. I've come across so many hikers, it's unbelievable. But it's prime hiking season. But it is so different with all the leaves and the greenery. It's almost like I haven't been here before in some ways. But the trail's going well. It's still pretty early in the day. I'm taking my time, I'm taking in the sights and appreciating everything. And now I'm gonna have some lunch. Well, I just took a tumble down a mucky, steep pitch. Lost my footing, rocks came out from under me. I'm okay, but I did do something funky to my right knee. It's all this side of my knee here. It's not that it's that painful, but it's weird now when I'm walking, I feel like my knee and my calf are like flitching this way. I don't know, but if anything, I'll tape it up tomorrow with some 3M kind of vet wrap tape. And if it's really bad, then I can hike out to Rain Lake access point to get out. But I'm not in pain. It's just this weird like pulling to that direction. It's odd. I don't know. But I have one more good climb up over this mountain here. Once I hit the end of the trail, continues up here, and then it's a steep pitch up. And then it's a conifer walk over the ridge and down, and then I'll be at Clara Lake. Wasn't a very long day, so I've been able to take my time and enjoy the sights and actually really just sit down and be here. You know, so often backpacking, you're just racing. You know, you're racing against light or weather or whatever. But, you know, like today I was able to stop and look and take pictures and just, like even here right now, just be. The beauty here is so understated. You know, all the Algonquin Park backpacking trails, there's 3 of them. Really, there's like no epic views on most of them, especially this trail. The Western Uplands Trail doesn't have like epic vista views, but the rugged beauty is everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's here. I mean, just look. This is one of my favorite places to be. Well, I'm at my favorite site that I've ever been to in Algonquin Park. And I've done all the backpacking trails here, and this is my favorite site. But listen. The sound of the creek, the water running, it lulls me. It's like white noise in the background. I love it. I'm at Site 1 at Clara Lake. The site is right on the trail, but you don't get much traffic up here. Probably set up right around here somewhere. My knee's a little bit sore. Not that bad. I sure felt it when I felt the pull when I tumbled. But I think it'll be all right. I'll see you in the morning. I'm actually gonna set up, and then the water level's down a lot. So there's a nice little shallow area before the little creek waterfall that you have to cross to continue on the trail. I'll show you after. But I think I might just sit in there, cool down a little bit, wash up, and maybe then get supper going. Lovely spot. Decent breeze. Life's good. I have to admit, I've been pretty impressed. I got this Flextail Tiny Pump X maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it has a little light on it, but it blows up this like nothing, and a charge will last me a week and a half, 2 weeks before I need to charge it again, just using it to pump it up. I used to have a Thermarest pump for this sleeping pad for the Neo Air X Lite, and the thing was a piece of garbage. Rock throw bag. $50 feet of Ultra Glide bear line. This stuff is my favorite so far. It's smooth, it doesn't chafe the trees at all, cut them, doesn't rip your hands when you're pulling it, and it has reflective bits in it. So you can see this with a headlamp at night. Pretty awesome. Now after I eat, I can hang my bear bag and keep it free from critters. So right from my campsite, there is a little creek with a little waterfall creek. Ooh, my knee is bugging me now. So right from my site, right up there, this beautiful little spot, and the trail continues there, which I'll be going in the morning. The water's not high, so it's not too treacherous. What a beautiful spot. Something to be said for the sound of water. So I finished eating. I have all my food in here. I have all my toiletries. So I've got my face cream, I've got bug juice, I have toothpaste. Any scented item is in this bag to be hung up.